good at math, on God, I run with problems. Hey, I'm a money harlot. Not even all of it. People falling. Tryna go, money calling. 34, feel like Giannis. Niggas.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA Basketball. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. It's East versus West here in Toronto. The Raptors hope to put on a show for their hometown fans. And this is the first season matchup. For them against this Rockets team. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Darko Rajakovic and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. So we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling the guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And it's Ingram missing.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Barrett wide open. He fires. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, you have to understand, spacing is provided when you can make threes. R.J. Barrett delivers.
They set the pick. Ingram with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. Elbow shot. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And when you look at Şengün's assist numbers, he's already proven to be an elite passer for a big man.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And here are the Raptors now, following the score by Houston. This one for three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
And that one is good.
Oh, that's some big-time grit by R.J. Barrett. You want some contact on me, I can finish anyway.
Out to Ingram. Lets it go. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Ingram's got 8. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 2. Pass to Şengün. The rebound by Bitadze.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And stolen by Thompson. Outside, Abdia. Screen by Şengün. Stolen. Ingram with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. Ingram wide open. And again, it's Toronto converting.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
It's Thompson off the drive. And Thompson throws it down.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level, meaning he can guard the opponent's best player, but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
.135 left to play in the first. There's a good screen. High post try. Again, Toronto.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Here's Thompson, and he drives in.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Raptors with the lead. To the left side wing. From deep. The Rockets pull it in.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
To the middle. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Wow, the hammer by R.J. Barrett. How about that athleticism?
And it's the Raptors' ball. Barnes outside. There's 25. Oh!
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
For as hard as Şengün plays, he's always so relaxed on the floor.
Ingram outside. There's the triple. And it's he nails the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that...
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Another strength for them today, guys. Mid-range shooting. Normally the defense wants to give you that shot. Let's see if they adjust at all.
The shot's good from Christie. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Dinwiddie, right side. Off target with his 3. Rockets trail. Pass to Bull. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Pulls it up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shoots from 12. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And so here's Toronto. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Offensive rebound to the wing on the left. And the 3 off target. It's a close game here in Toronto. Here's Christie. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Bol, that's good. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And the dunk by Bol.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. To the paint. And Bol sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Bol uses it to perfection to block shots.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Dinwiddie wide open. Five to shoot. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And Bol wide open. He shoots. And Houston again with the bucket.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
1:46 left to play in the first half. Barnes looking around. Driving inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün. Toronto shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Hey, Doris, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer.
Screen by Şengün. Here's Thompson. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. And here's Ingram from the arc. Avdia with the rebound. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 14-6 run. .103 left to play here in the second quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Out to Thompson. Puts up a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Thompson's got the lead up to 8 now for Houston.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Houston leading by 8. The screen from Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Barnes outside. A three. Rockets with the rebound. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. And so it's Houston with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Rockets leading by 10. Now, here's Barrett. Strawther grabs the miss. That shot, no good.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other." That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Driving to the basket. Out to Ingram. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. Ingram's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Raptors.
And you love the work Ingram has put into his shot. You can put him in the corner now and force the defense to extend.
Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Avdia. Back to Barrett. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. On the wing, Thompson scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Misses the jumper.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Incredible for his age, the decision-making of Sengun GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And it's Ingram missing. Houston leading by 13. Here's Sengun. Toronto grabs the miss. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. To the inside. Stolen by Avdia. And Thompson puts up a deep three. Pass to Barrett. Outside Avdia. There's the three. The shot that time not on target. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. It's a 13-point game. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here's Ingram from the arc. Thompson with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. The Rockets making a switch here.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
And the Rockets with possession here. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Here's Barrett. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of the season. Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys. Houston making a switch. That'll be a 5-second call.
Toronto ball.
.153 left here in the third quarter. Here's Ingram. And James pulls it down.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Here's Bull. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Raptors trailed by 12. From downtown, the Rockets pull it in. .105 left to play here in the third. Another miss by Houston.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Over to the left wing. Osman. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Pass to Christie. Back to Bull. goes long.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out front.
For three, Ingram bangs home the trifecta. Ingram's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Down low, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And so it's the Houston Rockets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we'll be right back after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Raptors trail by 7. Fires it up. The Rockets pull it in.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Ingram attacking. That one goes in. Ingram's got 21.
And we've seen this type of effortless dominance from Ingram before, growing accustomed to carrying the load.
Pass to James. Here's Bull. The 3 ball. The shot, no good.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Count that one.
You love the touch from Rudy Gobert. He's put a ton of work into his offensive game.
Bull can't hit.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
And that's a foul called on Bull. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He knows every possession is critical now. Send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. Now, he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Thanks, David. Nobody near Barnes. Good on the three-point shot.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Toronto trailing. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Another miss by Houston.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
To tie it up. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And Barrett has got the ball here for Houston. Pass to Şengün. And just miss after miss right now. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
You steps on a basketball floor. And I mean that north and south, and what hops this young man has.
They can retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
Barnes the screen. Trips it home after the terrific move.
Oh, he went for the two-hander on the slam. See some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Raptors.
And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Şengün. The rebound by Bitadze. Raptors with the lead. Here's Strawther. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the right block. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Barrett. And here are the Rockets now. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Barnes outside. Back to Ingram. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson with it. Converted now by Barnes. And that's an intentional foul. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Houston.
They're doing damage from the mid-range. Not sure if that was the game plan or if they're just taking what the defense gives them. But thus far, it's paying off.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
So it gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
Well, this game has the feel that it could come down to the wire, so that is just the kind of success they need to have at the foul line.
Back to Ingram. And he banks it in. Ingram's got 23.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out. And rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
.58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Inside. Out to Ingram. Here's the three. Cash grabs the rebound. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Nerves of steel, Mr. Şengün.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Ingram can't get that one.
Celebration with a barbecue pits and a mini bikes, mini skirts, tables. Who got big six? Where I'm from, we do concrete backflips, flip flop back. Through the ghettos where I bring hip hop back. Real love me, they tell me the only speak for Wayside of Central Bookings County. Up north, said I should have it if Scarface passed the torch. That's how they feel, Jack. Look, this more than rap. This that project haircut in a cul-de-sac. This is where Jose meet your quota whenever I put a quote on the track. Keeping it ain't nothing. You ain't gotta like it.
I'ma kill it. I buy a Morgan the minute. The public house, the plastic couch of a Section 8 tenant. The Regal window is tinted. The air conditioner broke, but I'm cool enough to ensure you my ride is an Eskimo, huh? And I peel off in the midst of getting my thrills off, and I thrive off energy from inner cities that we lost, huh? I'm putting the ghetto on top of my back, and I live in the back of the jungle. Lions, tigers, bears, oh my. Hear the siren, walk up. Engines on back of scooters, the real can recognize real, and we need to know just who you are. You are in the presence of many presents. Kendrick, the gift for the future, or yeah, I said it. Good kid, mad city, mad respect, representing the hub, right.
Keeping it ain't nothing. You ain't gotta like it 'cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it 'cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down public. I got the whole block bumping. You ain't gotta like it 'cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it 'cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down public. The homegirls tell me I'm so they can buy some outfits. I buy their sons a pack of Pampers, some new Jordans. Give them the game, school them on what's really important. That's how I was raised. Had me 13, fresh off the porch. But I'm wiser now, showing my young there's other ways to get them dollars and funds. Coming